Now it's time to talk the foreclosure forecast with our own Ario Frank, alias Big Bank Frank.
Alias Bad Guy.
Okay, but actually today Frank's got something fun and something different. And
I don't know if this is fun.
I think it's fun. Don't ask me why, but when you started talking about this, I really thought it was a fun topic.
You did. Your lights
My lights went
lit
on.
up, and we're talking in the back of the hood of your car.
Headlights.
But we actually
I saw him do Snoopy dance.
So apparently, Wells Fargo has put together a loan program for investors.
For investors.
Not for residential home buyers, but for investors. That's a lot like the 203K loans that are in place for home buyers.
Yes.
This is smart.
It's designed to be able to roll into the loan the costs of repairing it and bringing it up to safety and all the codes and blah blah blah, right?
And it does give let's say the smaller investor that doesn't have the millions of dollars, but they've saved for quite a while. They maybe have a couple $200,000-$300,000 they've saved, or maybe a couple of people pulled their money together.
Does it have a name? Does it streamline?
Yes, it does. Actually, it's called the Renovate loan.
The Renovate
loan. And basically, it's for investors. I did have a special guest I was trying to get in here, but their schedule changed dramatically. We couldn't get them in, so I'm going to do my best to kind of
just because the big banks aren't open on Saturday.
There you go.
Oh, I thought he was going to have one of the homes.
Yes, they are till 2.
One of the homes
you can buy me.
Right.
Yes, you can.
Fix me up with a Renovate
like Schoolhouse
loan.
Rock.
So I'm going to kind of bullet point some of these things, and then I'll give the name of a specialist in the area that actually really understands this, and people can give them a call, and I'll have them on it another
All right, so
another
give
time.
us the bullet points of this.
It's basically called the Renovate loan. It's similar to a 203K loan for investors, which helps to not only provide you the money to acquisition the property, but provide you the money to rehabilitate the property. This one's a little different. Basically, the investor does have to acquisition the property, and I'll just throw out a solid number. Let's say they found a property in very bad shape, not financeable, needs a lot of work for $200,000. But let's say if that house were to have maybe $25,000, $30,000 put into it, maybe it's worth $275,000, which would bring it back up to the market. Basically, what happens is, based on the future value, the bank will only require you to put 25% down toward the future value of the home. You do have to bring the rest of the funds in and acquisition the home first at the $200,000.
You mean buy the home?
You buy the home.
Using such big words this morning.
Okay, buy the home.
Hey, this is a college radio station. I'm sure at least a few of the students can go over 2 syllables.
Some of them are awake right now too.
Not Evan, but that's all right.
So you do have to buy the home up front, but based on the future value, let's say it's worth $275,000 later, you will put 25% down of the future value toward your loan with them, and they will give you the balance of your monies back
that you initially credited the purchase price of whatever.
So basically, you get your original $200,000 back minus 25% based on the future value at $275,000, which basically allows you, basically gives you a big chunk of your money back to do your renovations and go out and roll that over into another property. Now, they'll do this up to 8 properties at any given time. You can have
you can just keep rolling.
You
can have 8 properties under contract to be purchased, okay, and you can have 8 properties that you've already fixed and on the market. They'll do this loan up to a 4-unit building, so you can have a duplex, a triplex, or a fourplex on top of course, single-family residences. And they'll actually do this loan in up to the amount of $3 million. Yeah.
So
wow.
Including jumbos.
That's a big investment.
In the end, they're going to have at least 20% into it.
25.
So that 25%
of the projected value.
And is this, do you know, is this only Wells Fargo REO inventory?
I've asked around some of my big bank friends. Wells Fargo is the only one that has this model right now, and it's in the early stage of it.
Is it specifically their property?
Ooh, so this is breaking news.
Doesn't have to be their property. It can be any property. And check this out. For those of you who do invest and have to get hard money loans to get something similar to this and have those 10, 11%, double-digit rates, 5.5% fixed for 5 years. That's pretty good.
That's awesome.
Oh,
that's really good.
That's really being able to use your money and roll it over.
Roll it over, and you've got more money to play with.
Do you know if this loan's available through correspondent channels?
That's what I was asking. That's what I'm like. Is this? Are they setting up
breaking news
correspondence?
here from Long Beach?
Now, the simple catches though here are it is a full doc type program.
Oh, sure.
So,
well, of course.
So of course you have to show your finances. You have to show you.
Oh,
you
God
know,
forbid.
You've got money. Well, it's not like like a 203K loan. That could be for basically an FHA type buyer who doesn't have a whole lot of money.
But
in
investors
the bank.
are used to showing everything and going through difficult guidelines.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah.
That's really smart.
So are they one?
I like that loan.
Is it available now?
It was a good one.
I'm doing the Snoopy dance now.
I'm all Schroeder.
It's
Schroeder
available now.
Okay.
I've actually talked to a couple of other Wells Fargo lenders that actually aren't familiar with the program. So it is there are a specialty group of people, and I'm going to name one of them right now. He's from Wells Fargo. His name is Alfonso Soriano.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to give his number real quick, just in case anybody's got some questions
Alfonso
for him.
Soriano, who plays for the Cubs.
It's 714-809-7191. You can call Alfonso and get more and better detail from Alfonso rather than myself. But those are the big
question.
Yeah.
Did you say that you've talked to people in Wells Fargo who didn't even know the renovation loan was around?
It's a new program, and for a lot of the lenders who specialize in just traditional mortgage loans, they're not so savvy about it. There's a small group of people that have been doing this for a while, or something similar to it, or maybe have worked 203K that they've put this type of programs in the hands of, because it gets a little complicated.
Now, what are the turn times on that?
What's that?
What are turn times on that? Is it like a 203K where you can see a longer?
I think you have to. I think you have to.
I would imagine they're not going to reinvent the wheel. They're probably going to try to follow other renovation loans, like a 203K model of some sort.
You're blocking my view.
Hey, I'm
super smart.
I am super.
Call Alfonso.
I'm stoked. The Snoopy dance is in full effect, because right here on our little old radio show on college radio, we are breaking news of what I think is a fantastic loan that will kind of help stimulate a lot of stuff, because there's a lot of investor money right now going on, and if we can actually increase their activity in this market, then I think it's a positive thing. And so we've got this kudos.
And here's the thing is, a lot of those investors are trying to sell those homes. So those are homes that normal buyers can't buy, so they're fixing them up so that buyers can buy them, put them back on the market.
They're going to clean them up and give them to some nice family that wants to raise kids in the area.
It'll hopefully speed up the boarded up home in the neighborhood. That's the problem for the neighborhood.
Hey, see what happens when you empower private industry?
There you go.
Well, don't quote me on this,
go.
But kudos to the big bank, Wells Fargo. And I usually don't say that stuff.
I'm going to quote you on that, Eric.
Because
pretty sure
I'm quite happy with them.
Come to the dark side, Eric.
No.
Come to the
Luke Skywalker. All right. Good job, Frank.
Good job, Frank.
Hey.
Good job, Frank. Big Bang.